that was the lick. Okay, so here's the story, right? Remember the TOSIN competition? Okay, remember it was due the day I made that video? Well, I go to submit the application form. It says on the application, we pushed the deadline by 2 weeks. Like, best thing I've ever seen in my life. Because I was obviously rushing. I rush in I always do these competitions. I always rush every single time. So it was like, okay, first time I'm not going to rush. So, wow. So get ready to see what happened with that and how much more practicing I did and improved the hell out of it. All right, I'll show you a few little tricks. So, like I said last time, it's 2 chord changes. B major 7 sharp 11 to C minor. I'm tuned down a half step. So for me, my visual angle is more of like a C major to C sharp minor. So I just had a couple of key grips that I needed to get under my fingers that I could just kind of insert above that melody that I had. Because I had that melody, right? I was all about that. So I stuck with the melody. I don't know if you remember that or not, but so I had that melody, but it was, you know, floating through the changes. So I had a couple of ideas like this. Here's this one, right? So I have this little grip, 2 chords. It's a grip, it voice leads, and you'll see when I show you the final product at the end of this video how I use it. But this idea. On that chord, on the C or on the B major chord, and then on the C minor chord. Now, obviously, if I played like those licks in the solo, that's the worst thing ever. Like, that sucks. Like, don't play stuff like that. But it's good to have the grip under your finger. So I'm going to show you what I did with that. I'll show you a couple other ones. So basically, you want to have all your 6 strings covered. You want to have all your available notes on the 6 strings when you're dealing with chord changes. It's really just about how much information you give yourself to work with leading up to your solo. So I'm sort of improvising, but there's a melody, there's chord changes. There's actually not that much improvising going on once I map the entire thing out. So part of mapping it out is kind of seeing all the scales across the 6 strings. So for example, on the first chord, I'm going to call it C major because that's what it looks like here. Like, oh, let's get some cool like 6-string grip going. What about something like this? Something like that. Just have it under your fingers. Oh, and I messed it up going on the way down, but roll with it, right? Like, it doesn't matter. Like, if you're improvising, it's all about just like giving yourself some information and then rolling with maybe any things you might think of as mistakes about those. Like, they're never mistakes if you roll with it, right? Hey, to quote Miles, am I even allowed to do that? I'm gonna get sued. Quote Miles, dude. He literally said, now I forget what he said. Wow. This is the best. What are your, I'm gonna remember it and I'll fucking. The only thing that matters is the next note. So nothing is a mistake until you've played the next note. So there's really no mistakes is the point he's saying. It's all about hearing what you're doing in some way that your brain can organize it. That's part of what practicing does, is when you're practicing, you're organizing the way your brain is interpreting rhythms. And that way nothing will surprise you. So if you're jamming with some people, like think about somebody like Wayne Krantz, okay? If you guys don't know Wayne Krantz, check him out because I'm basically stealing everything he ever does. So that's my main influence pretty much, Wayne Krantz. So the whole idea is like he's an improvisational guitar player, but he's just getting so deep inside these rhythmic just devices, you know? He's mostly playing in 4/4. Oh, what a coincidence. Yeah, just like Meshuggah. He plays like always in 4/4, but they get so twisted rhythmically. I bet you Wayne Krantz literally never has listened to Meshuggah, and that's just leave that where it is. All right, here you go. Enough of my rambling. You're going to hear, I'm going to show you 2 takes, right? I got the take, and then I went one more chorus after just to see if I was going to top it, but I didn't. So I'll show you the last 2, and you better subscribe, you blind idiot. Okay? Good.